Alright, today I'm doing a quick review of this Bluetti Max Oak AC50S portable power station. Now what's inside here is a array of batteries, lithium-ion batteries. Makes up about a 12-volt portable power station supply that you can charge up with a supplied power brick. You can charge it up with a solar panel. You can charge it up through your 12-volt power source from your car. Now what happens, or what you can use this for, is, in our case, we're going to be doing a lot of tent camping where you're not going to have access to electricity. So you'd like to have something that you can use for a variety of things around the campsite, which would be things like charging up your phone, some fans, some lights, maybe other portable electronic devices, and even recharging some portable power tools. The other reason I got this is I have a telescope, and some places I'm going to be where I won't have access to power, but I would need to run the motors that run the telescope, as well as any electronic device like a laptop that's associated with watching or operating the telescope. So this gives a good option. Now if you turn the unit on, it shows a little grid there of how much power. I've drained it down to the lowest 20% currently, and this little display here will tell you which ones are activated. So I turn the DC on, hold it on for a sec. It says DC on, so now it's powering the DC devices, which can be up to 10 amps coming out of a cigarette lighter output. You can use some of these barrel plug outputs for running like a string of LED lights. You can use the DC output, which is 4 of the standard USB connectors, as well as there's a power delivery USB-C output also, and they do supply the cable for that. Now if you select the AC output, that'll activate a pure sine wave inverter output up to 300 watts out of these 2 connectors here. So you can run things that are under that 300 watt range. I think it has a burst up to 450 for something that might take a burst of power initially. But keep in mind, this has it's rated at 500 watt hours, which means if you add, let's say, a total of 100 watts that you're putting out, it would run for 5 hours. But your typical devices, like your cell phones, are under 5 watts charging power. The like electric fans, whether DC, are on the order of 5 to 10 watts at the most. So this can run a long time. It can even run like a 12-volt refrigerator, which are used for a lot of camping, which usually start off at maybe 60 watts initially, but then they drop down to maybe 10 watts to maintain that temperature. So you can go quite a long time even running a little 12-volt refrigerator off of something like this. We just need it for charging up prior to going camping or doing astronomy stuff. I also can use it to recharge my drone batteries when in the field, and it should come in handy. The other thing that's unique about this particular unit is you can do wireless charging by just laying your phone right onto the top pad here. It's got the carrying handles that fold down, and the other unique feature is on the back here. You've got a light that has 2 different light settings, and it's got an SOS feature. And the back is where you plug in your inputs from the different sources that I mentioned earlier. Alright, I'm going to give it a charge up. We'll see how long that takes. Alright, while it's charging, you can see it's cycling up those bars, and it says it's inputting 88, 78, watts. I have a meter over here saying how much I'm actually drawing into the brick that's supplied. So again, it's in that 90 to 95 range, so this brick is pretty efficient if that's what's end up going into it. According to the book, it'll take 6 to 7 hours from a depleted state. I did run this down with a 12-volt refrigerator earlier to get ready for this test. Talk to you in a little bit. Alright, it's been about 2 hours. Let's just check on the status. According to this, it's done with the first 40%, and it's working on the 40 to 60% to get that third bar filled up. So everything's going smoothly. Talk to you in a bit. While it's charging, I thought I'd test out a few different things here, show you how much power things take. There's a little fan going here, so we're going to turn on the DC side and turn the fan on low. Pretty nice DC fan. Drawing 6 watts. Put it on high. Only 7 watts. So you can use the unit while it's being charged. So here's a little battery charger for my drone batteries. So I got an AC on. Turn this on. Channel 1. I'll turn that on to charge. See, the AC is 26 watts. Go to the second channel. Put that one also on charge. Now we're up to 55 watts. I'll turn it off. And we drop to 0 there. So here's a 100-watt trouble light. See, 390.98, so pretty accurate. You could run 5 hours or so with a 100-watt trouble light. Then you got things like your camera batteries. It's charging on both of those, but it's so low it's not even registering. So Bluetti also sells their own 120-watt solar panel that matches up with this AC50S portable power station. However, they want $299 for their solar panels. If you shop around a little bit, you can get them quite a bit cheaper. This was the best one I found that had pretty good reviews. At the time I bought it, which was back in March, it was $152. It's now up to $176. And the nice thing about this particular one is it uses monocrystalline cells, and it folds out into 4 panels, and it's very compact down to kind of a briefcase size, as you can see here. It also comes with a set of plug-in connectors, and one of them will match the back of the Bluetti. It also itself has a box on the back side with its own USB connectors, so you can basically use it standalone. It folds up nicely. It's pretty compact. Now, 120 watt solar panel won't actually put out 120 in most sunlight conditions. That's more of a laboratory level. You'll probably get about 100 watts out in the best case with good sun and clear skies, and that'll be pretty much equivalent to the charge rate I'm getting plugging in the wall here, which is 80 to 100 watts maximum. So scout around on Amazon and other places and you can get a good deal, and this allows you to charge up in the field where you might not be able to get access to electrical power, but you're going to be out for a few days. Well, ironies of all ironies, I'm sitting here working and the power quit in the house, and come to find out they were trimming trees out in the neighborhood and they took down a line, so we've been out of power for about 2 hours. And you know, makes you think, okay, I got a backup power here if I needed it, but obviously the power came back on. Resuming the charging, I'm not going to sit here and wait for it to complete as far as the video goes here. A couple things I wanted to point out is this unit is, I think it's normally $429, and when I got it, I got $60 off using a code that a guy last November did a review on. He did a very good job. I noticed today that the code that he has for this is now $70 off if you order it through California, and you don't pay any state sales tax, which is quite good. It's free delivery, so you can get it for $359, which is a pretty good price given most of the competitors are, you know, $400 or more. The big advantage of this one over the others is this has the wireless charging on the top. It's got the light on the back, which it can be quite helpful if you need to have a good floodlight for working on something for many hours. And it's got this nice, you can get it in different colors. This orange here is actually a wrapping. I think go on the website, you can find out other colors you can get it at. They got them in stock. They'll ship them right out. Good handy unit. You'll probably won't regret having one around. Alright, that's the end of the review. Talk to you later.